Hey guys, it is Rapmark here. I'm doing my review of the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special at last. I know it's a bit late, but I figure might as well knock it out. So here we go. So what did I think of this? This I think was good, hard fun. Um, I loved the story. I loved the characters, and this one largely revolves around Drax and Mantis. So, and the two of those, they just make it made for a very hilarious, but yet endearing like pair up. It was super fun to watch. I enjoyed the whole theme of it, which was Christmas. We'll we'll get into that in spoilers. Um, we uh, what else can we say? I mean, pretty much, with everything that's been going on, Quill he's kind of still depressed from losing Gamora, and Mantis and Drax want to do something for him, and you see a bunch of like the whole team, um, but most of them only make like small cameos, small bits in this. And this is not very long. Its runtime is only about 41, 42 minutes. Not counting the credits. So it feels like everyone is involved in it as much as they need to be. Again, this being mostly Mantis and Drax's sort of escapades, a big fish out of water kind of thing, especially when they go to Earth. Uh, it just looks like they had a lot of super fun. Um, Again, and I think the timing of when it came out was very appropriate, and it really made me feel the scene. It had a bunch of laughs. Again, when those two are put together, it's just comedy gold. Uh, I'm really gonna miss Batista as Drax, but I mean, we'll see him once more in Guardians 3, which I did do the review of. And yeah, there's a couple revelations that are brought in here, and then it ends in a very happy, you know, but fun way. Like, this is exactly what I expect of a Guardians of the Galaxy story. It has ridiculous humor, kind of over the top and slapstick in some respects. Uh, but it has a little bit of, it doesn't have the stakes of the other ones, but it does have a bit of action for sure. And it does kind of have emotional, like, heart pulls, and that's something that I've always associated with Guardians, over the top humor, slapstick humor, action, and just emotional beats that, for as fun and as lighthearted as these films can be, they get you. And I wouldn't say it got me as much as like the movies did, but yeah, it was emotional. It was a feel good kind of thing, and I really enjoyed that they took a chance to do that. It doesn't really add anything new to the flavor, but again, with and apparently this is the end of Phase Four. For those who thought it was Black Panther, nope. This is what is officially considered the end of Phase Four. Uh, so yeah, not much to say about this that without going into spoilers. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and go and give this a rating. What would I give this? Like, honestly, for what it was, I think I'm gonna give this an 8. This was super fun. You know, like I said, it didn't really add anything new to the formula, and I know Marvel movies and even programs are very formulaic to the point of being soulless, but they do it in such a good way, and I think this was done in a very good way, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So yeah, once again, I'm going to give this one an 8. Um, so I think I'm going to be back for spoilers, so I will see you then. See you then. Hey guys, it is Rapmark here. So, doing the spoiler sections for the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. So, we start off in nowhere, and unless I missed it somewhere, again, I'm looking at this from Wikipedia. Apparently, like I knew they were there. Like I thought they were there to help fix it up after it got destroyed by Thanos and all that. And apparently the collector's still alive. That's never established in this, at least as far as I know. And apparently they purchased it from him. So yeah, so that's from Wikipedia. Apparently that's what's going on. All right, but anyway, they actually have Cosmo the space dog. He is in this as well. It's super fun. He has telekinesis powers. Um, and Riley's they're putting up like repairing all these things, and he's just like, I refuse to continue while you keep belittling me. Because Rocket's just, you know him. He's Rocket. But anyway, Kraglin, the guy who took over Yondu's flying arrow thing and now has a mod on his head as well. He tells the Guardians the story of how Yondu ruined Christmas, in which it goes into sort of a cartoonish type thing, um, which I thought was super fun. And it has Rooker's voice, Michael Rooker's voice. So, and he just kicks over the like him and Quill and Kraglin. They get a Christmas tree and get some presents, and Yondu's just like, that's that sounds like bullshit. He kicks over the tree. It's just like that sounds like sentiment, and that's gonna get you killed. And so he makes him throw and clean up all the stuff away. But it is show there is more to the story. That's just all that Kraglin knew. So anyway, Mantis talks with Drax about finding the perfect Christmas present for Quill. Uh, because he's still depressed. And they decide they're going to go to Earth and get Kevin Bacon, which is ridiculous. And just these two, it's so funny. Like, Drax, he's just so, like, on the nose. He said the funniest part of the story, and it's all about just, like, carnage and beating people up. It's just the best part of the story was when he kicked the tree over. Everyone just sort of just looks at him. And then when they're talking, he talks about how she ate all the Yarg nuts in the commissary. And she's just like, no, because she has a secret, and that's that, Ego is her father, so that makes them like siblings, half siblings technically, but, siblings. And she doesn't want to let him know because she's worried that he will associate her with how horrible Ego was. So anyway, they decide to go on this trip to go get Kevin Bacon. And then as they arrive in Los Angeles, it is amazing. They spend time in the theater. They go to the Hollywood Walk of Fame. They get drunk at a bar. Like, oh my gosh, that montage was beautiful. I was laughing so hard because they're just all getting drunk and having just so much fun. I and I remember at some point before then, they were at I don't remember where they were, but it was some sort of Christmas stuff. People were taking pictures of like all the Avengers and their people dressed up as the Avengers in costume. Um, and so people are taking pictures with him, and then someone slides him the dollar. They make all this money. They take all these pictures. It's just, it's so great. Watching these two interact is literally like amazing. And anyway, they finally don't know where to find Kevin Bacon. They end up sitting down at a next to a shop where the woman shows them a booklet of where the stars are, and they realize that they're out of money. So Mantis uses her powers to just like give it to me for free, and then she touches her again, and it's just like, give me all your money. Oh man, so they go to Kevin Bacon's house, and again, it like it makes no sense if you really think about it. I mean, while they arrive, before I also forgot to mention before they arrive there, Drax forgets to put on the cloaking, so everyone's just staring. I don't know why people are freaking out. Like, this is so late in the game. Like, people have seen half the people disappear. Like, I don't know. They just pretend like an alien in a ship is like a big deal, and I don't get like I get the purpose of why they did that, but it just makes no sense if you think about it. Why are people making this a big deal of this ship? All right, anyway, but anyway, so they go to Kevin Bacon's house. He is just like whatever. He's waiting for his family to get home to celebrate Christmas. Um, and they break in. He Drax loves this little elf thing, this funny little man, as he refers him to, and Mantis takes a candy cane. So they go to his front door after hopping his fence. And he's just like, "This isn't cool. I'm calling the cops now." Drax breaks through the glass. He literally breaks through the glass. At this point, Kevin Bacon is just like freaking out. He just screams and he runs. And they chase him all through his house. Let me tell you, watching Mantis pursue something, that's some creepy ass shit. That is, man, she can move and it looks crazy. She looks just like, it's just like a jumping spider or an insect. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, he gets out of the house. He runs and runs into the police because 911 is on the. He called 911. He runs into the police, and then Drax and Mantis just proceed to like down the cops, and then and fight. It looks, it actually looks pretty cool for just something like this. I don't know how much money they put into it, but it looked cool. And then she puts him to sleep because she doesn't want to kill anyone. Then Drax hits this cop car. It flips it over, and Mantis makes sure that everything's okay. He loses his funny little man while they're chasing Kevin Bacon in the house. But anyway, after she makes sure that Mantis makes sure that they're okay, she leaves them the candy cane, the giant candy cane that she picked up and sells a Merry Christmas. And they're just so confused. What is going on? Uh, so yeah, they continue the pursuit. Kevin Bacon runs into him, tries to escape, and then Mantis touches him and it's just like, "You want to come with us?" It's just like, "Where are we going?" And so they go, and as they're on their way to 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 nowhere to see Quill, they find out that he's an actor, and they're just so mad. Just like, he's not a hero, he's an actor. They're just so disappointed. And so this this leads to a whole thing where she's touching him. It's just like, "You're a hero." It's just like, and then he goes this Australian accent, and she's just like, "No, you're a hero, but you're Kevin Bacon." So anyway, they come back. Uh, Quill, and they do this whole thing for Quill. There's lights, there's snow, there's music, and he's just like, "Oh, you guys!" And he has the biggest smile. He's so happy. And then they bring this big present, and he's just smiling. He's so happy. And then the box moves, and his smile suddenly starts to drop as the realization of what's going on is not the realization, but that something's not quite right. And then he opens the box, and there's Kevin Bacon. And he's just like, "We brought you Kevin Bacon." It's just like, this isn't borrowing, this is human trafficking. And Groot is just like, "I am Groot." And he's just like, "I just saw you wheel him in here." And Kevin Bacon was like, "You know what? I don't know why, but it's just like, I'm so down with this." And at this point, he realizes that you used your powers on him, didn't you? Take him out of the trance now. And so she does. And he looks around and he's just freaking out. And he's just like, "Okay, Quill tries to calm him down." It's just like, "It's okay, Kevin Bacon. Just relax. Don't run." Of course he runs. And I don't know what it was, but I love the line that Nebula, good grief, I can't believe I forgot that. Anyway, she plays, so yeah, she's just like, "You can't outrun me, Bacon." But yeah, anyway, they catch him, but Kraglin, uh, they catch him, and then Kraglin is going to take him home and tells him how, they did this because Quill's always talking about him, how he inspired him to be a hero. And so he calls, or his wife calls him asking where he is. And apparently they can receive reception because of the antennas up there allow reception within, I think they said, like 400 million light years. So, but yeah, he stays. There's a musical number. He does a musical number with a band that earlier, I forgot about this. There was a band that did something about Christmas. They didn't quite get it. It seemed really kind of confusing. So he told them what Christmas was all about, and did the song. And then he's just like, "I'll see you for Christmas," and then he goes home. So after that, uh, he asks why her and Drax did that, and she's just like, "Well, Kraglin told us the story of how Quill ruined Christmas," and then you hear the second half of this story. Um, Yondu goes to the trash, opens his present, and it's the little doohickey that bounces on his ship that you saw in Guardians 1 and 2. And that's where he got it from. It was a Christmas present from Quill. And then he got him a Christmas present of his two blasters that are now his primary weapons. And that was the story of Christmas. That was the full story. Uh, and so again, she asked why. He asked why, and Manus then tells him that Ego was her father as well. And he's just like, I have a sister, and he said that was the greatest Christmas present ever. And they hug, and it was super sweet. It really was. I wouldn't say I teared up, but I could definitely feel a lump in my throat building up. So it was super cute. Like I said, I absolutely love this. I love the fact that they had like everyone in here, like everyone, and I like that they had an alien band, and I also, I loved Kevin Bacon just playing himself. He had a lot of fun with it. I could tell it was a blast to watch him. And Cosmo the Space Dog. I am glad that they had this. Apparently, it was voiced by Maria Baklova. Oh, yeah, she was being bodies, bodies, bodies. Okay, that's where I knew it. Oh my God! And she's gonna be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. They're gonna have Cosmo the Space Dog in Guardians 3. Oh man, how are they gonna play this out? Anyway, I think that's everything for this one. It was super fun. I enjoyed watching it. It was a blast. Perfect timing. You should go check this out. It's a fun 40-minute romp for you guys, and it has everything you would expect for in a Guardians of the Galaxy type show. So anyway, that is me for this. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will catch you guys next time. See ya.